Bruno was really jittery, but I guess he had a right to be. And these little streets were enough to make anyone nervous. Bruno, are you sure this is the place?
Yes, here is the place the machine is indicating.
Well, if the machine said it was so, I wasn't going to argue.
ブルノ
You really don't look too good.
You're not so hot on social skills, eh?
What I meant was, are you okay?
大丈夫か
I am fine. You just take care of yourself.
How reliable is that machine? I mean, how many of these Earth power sites have you found with it?
You understand nothing.
It's not about understanding.
そうじゃなくて
It's about believing. Hey, that machine sure is a piece of work. Homes in on ancient dust, huh?
You are quite a witty man, I think, Mr. Storpat.
You know, I like to keep things cheery.
I find it very tiresome. Please desist.
Sure. By the way, this place doesn't look right to me.
But the readings are very strong. Maybe you missed something.
会話が噛み合わないな。まあここなんでしょうね。まあいろいろ探索してみるか。お、開く？
The door was locked tight. I'd have to find another way in.
うん。まあ普通に入り口から入れるとは思えないな。どこか。
It was a large recycling dumpster.
リサイクル
I
の
wondered what
箱
sort of things the French recycled.
これなんだ？登れんのかな？
The lid had been propped open.
蓋は開いている。蓋？蓋
I couldn't close the lid from the ground.
閉められないってことは閉めればいいのか？そのこのリサイクルの箱に乗っていやそうじゃない。外が騒がしいね。これでいけるか。乗って
It was a large recycling dumpster.
そうじゃないな。乗れないのか。そっちの横まで行かなきゃダメか。もうリサイクルの箱に乗ってさいけないんだな。やるけどさ。よし、これならいけんだろ。いや違う、閉めれるよね。
The lid had been propped open.
え？でかいな。お、窓がある。こっから入るべし。
The window was latched inside. One of the panes was smashed, leaving a gaping hole. Suddenly, I was very scared of what lay ahead.
開く？ま
Aha! The window opened easily.
あ、よし、開けましょう。
I found myself in a book repository.
何かあるか。
I'd
暗くて
managed to unlatch the window. Breaking and entering always made me uncomfortable.
仕方ないな。 何もないのか。これは
Nothing happened.
何も起こらない。
It was a light switch. I could see very little in the dark.
で
I
すよ
needed
ね。
more light.
スイッチ
I hoped to find something useful, but I was out of luck.
ついてないね。明かりもつかないし。まあ、明かりつけると。何かないかね。
The ID card belonged to the dead inventor Chalmundali.
つかないんじゃしょうがないな。次行こうか。
There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back.
暗い。ここも書庫だね。調べられる。
Books on the occult and the paranormal.
オカルトの本か。
Sacrifice made easy. 101 ways to kill a goat. The perfect Christmas gift.
これは
Just some filing cabinet drawers. The
何もない。
labels on the drawers were old and unreadable. The filing cabinet was locked and I didn't have the key.
くそ、鍵がないのか。
This was a strange section. Secret doors and tunnels, construction and maintenance. There was a little plaque on the top of the shelf. These books kindly donated by the governor of Alcatraz.
これはね、ジョークと見るべきか。
Books on the occult and the paranormal.
ここもオカルトか。
Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. I made a mental note to stay away from bookshops for the rest of my life.
なんかないか。
Books on the occult and the paranormal. Books on the occult and the
オ
paranormal.
カルトの本ばっかだな。そんなにあるかね、オカルトの本。
The drawers wouldn't open. They were securely locked.
鍵がかかってるか。
Books on sex. Nobody ever accused George Stobart of being scared to learn new tricks.
学ぶことで
The
偏見は
Kama
ないぞ。
Sutra. Of course, people had more joints in those days. Sex, a one-man mission. Well, only if you can't find a woman. Problems in the sack. Ah, I see. That should be in the vegetable section. Books on sex. Books on sex.
あ、ここはそういう本ばっかりなんだね。ここは
Books on conspiracy theory. On the shelf below, the label read Conspiracy Practice.
陰謀説か。
Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Imagine keeping a Yeti as a pet. Think of the hairballs. Yuck. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding.
大した本はないね。一通り見たかな。一通り見た感じだね。さて出てくかな。で、ここは 何かあるのか。登って、そこには登れないか。動かないか。本来には登れないのか。登れないね。問題はここか。で、上に行ける感じではないな。ここにも箱がある。違うな。引っ張れるのか。一応持ってくけど。壁に何かあるのか。それを何とかしなきゃダメか。で、違うんだよ。そうじゃないんだよ。
It was a light switch.
照明のスイッチ。
There was a box in the way of the switch.
そうか。やっぱこの箱を解けなきゃダメだな。上の箱を避けるか。そしてこれを引っ張る。これでつくだろう。ついた。
The room was just a storeroom.
ただのそこなんか落ちてる。
Deep scratches had scarred the floor.
違う。床に深い傷がついている。何かあるのか。で動くはずもなしか。これ避けて戻して引っ張る的な。ちょっと無駄かな。壁にやったらもしかすると良かったかもしれないね。スイッチ切れたかもしらんけどな。何が出る？おお。扉発見。
The trap door was set flush into the floor. A ladder led down into a well-lit passage. It looked like Bruno could be right.
地下室か。洞窟だね。いよいよだね。何がだって。さあ何が出るかなとか、どこに繋がってんのかな。上がっていけない敵とかいないだろうな。
Was some kind of ancient boiler. It was like something from a horror movie. I half expected to hear screams coming from inside.
なんか喋ってる音ね。誰かいる？
I couldn't hear anything.
開か。
Locked. Maybe from the other side?
開かねえ このはしごで上に行くしかないな。うん、選択肢はないよ。
Hey, they got a show. It was some kind of a rehearsal. As a one-time director of the Idaho Players, I was no stranger to the thespian arts.
Where is it? We must have the location.
I tell you, I don't know.
Let me do this properly. I know I can break her.
As you wish, Petra.
I'm not scared of you, you bunch of thugs.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Ooh.
だろうね。いつの
Senior
やつ
Cicero, sir. Sorry to bother you.
Yes, what is it now?
We got a little problem downstairs.
Do be precise, Flap. What kind of a problem?
An intruder problem. A guy's getting killed problem.
Just as I was getting comfortable.
Cesaro. This was no rehearsal. And the girl giving the Oscar performance was my old friend Nico.
This is very tiresome. You will stay here, Miss Collard. Don't try anything.
Some hope. What do you think I'm going to do? Ask the audience for help?
Flap, you watch her like a hawk.
Like a hawk, Senior Cicero.
The name is Cesaro. Senor Cesaro. Do try and make an effort, Flap, or I shall have to kill you too.
?さて、じゃあニコを助けに行くか。どうやって助けるかね。いきなり殴ることもできるだろうけど。いや、つうか目立つでしょ。いや、わかると思うけどな。お、上に行ける。とりあえず登ってみるか。上から攻めるか。
Whoa! The gangways were dangerous.
Wow.
They'd fallen away in places. It was a long way down.
落ちたら大変だ。っていうことは、どうすればいいんだ。横から行くのか。行けねえな。こっちか。いけないぞ。
The rope held up the lighting rig.
引っ張る。
The lighting rig lowered part of the way, but then jammed fast.
うわあ、これを行くのか。落ちたら死ぬ。なかなかやばいね。もうちょいだ。もう少し。よかった。照明ごと落ちなくて。で、この2つ。
Hanging from the rigging was an old sandbag.
サンドバ
It
ッグ。
must have been used as a counterweight.
わあ、これ落とすのか。
Another sandbag hung from the rigging.
当たるのか。
I knew this would get his attention.
これで気をそらして落とす。で、もう一個で。
Gotcha now.
うわー。
Well, well, well. Nicole Collard, tied to a chair, needing to be rescued
お
again.
やおや。
George! Don't just stand there! Untie me!
You know, this is becoming a habit. Maybe you should seek help. Okay, okay.
Come on! Hurry!
Jeez, these knots are tight. Aha! Got it. Seriously, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And it is good to see you. Your timing's perfect.
It always was.
So, how's Idaho, George?
Same as ever. It's a great vacation state. You ought to visit sometime.
Got any friends who'd put me up?
I could put a word in for you.
You're a real sport. Why the sudden interest in theater?
I'm on the trail of a guy who killed one of my clients. A man called Suzaro.
That's the maniac who captured me.
I know. I was watching from the stalls. Thought you were pretty good, by the way.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to the next scene, though.
Yeah. Those guys, they got their own special twist on the word corpse.
So tell me about Suzaro.
Suzaro connects back to the Neo-Templars.
Surprise, surprise. That explains idiot guy over there.
So why are you here?
The blonde. She killed the guy I was due to interview. Tracking her down brought me here.
We're working on the same case. Now that's amazing.
Only if you believe in coincidence. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Come on, George. We can't sit around here all day. Yes, George?
I wonder if you could help me out.
It depends on what you want.
So, Nico, you still a reporter?
Not according to my editor.
Well, what happened? You get fired?
No, I quit first.
So why did the blonde kill the guy you were interviewing?
He was trying to contact me. Said he had information about all this weird meteorological stuff going on. Said the world was going to end.
It was one heck of a shot, but I guess the cleaners wouldn't be too pleased.
何か持ってないのか
Flat believed in traveling light, just his IQ and his gun. Me, I just put faith in the old IQ.
10ぐらい持ってった方がいいんじゃないか必要になると思うんだけどな
Ah! Damn, that's hot! What an incredibly dumbass thing to do.
ダメか何かあるわけじゃないのか
Nico?
Yes, George?
降りられないのか裏から行くのか今さ2個降りたよね降りてないのか降りられるじゃんさあ行こう
There was no point in coming all this way for nothing. I had to know why this place was so important.
こっからそっから逃げられない何か探らなきゃダメか参ったな何もないな迷子だ目的迷子だ
I stuck my hand into the box and grabbed a stick.
どう
Bestheimer's number 7, white. What a lucky guess.
白生かすね油性の動乱何に使うんだ何かあるそこにおこっちに何かあるのか何部屋だ
It was just a wig mannequin.
カツラ
The drawers in the dresser were empty. They looked as if they'd been emptied years ago.
これ何
Tucked under the counter was a safe. There was no dust on it. It was still in use. The rotting floor had begun to buckle under the weight.
歪んでいる。取れないのか？
Damn! The safe was locked. But on reflection, that was hardly a surprise.
当たり前だね。ですよね。
Some kind of play script in French. This wasn't the time to stop and read. Some kind of play script in French.
金庫だな。なんとかしなきゃなんないの。
The drawers in the dresser were empty.
なんとかなるかな、
Nico?
金庫。
Yes, George?
金庫をなんとかしたいんだか。
Take a look at this, Nico. I found it under the stage. Face paints.
Well done, George. Shall I paint your face like a tiger, or maybe even a cute little bear?
Some other time, I think, Nico. The safe back there has recently been used, and it's locked.
If it's important enough for Cesaro to keep in a safe.
Exactly. Do you want this grease paint, Nico?
No thanks, George. I already carry my own makeup. You keep it.
間に合ってるのか。その金庫開けたいな。どうやって開けるか。何もないのか。ないな。仕方ない。他を探すか。こっちはお、なんだ。あ、下に降りられるじゃん。お、なんだ。事件か。あ、危な危な。
Stay away from me! I mean it! What the hell's up with this guy? Don't come in here! Stay away!
Somebody has put the fear of God into him.
Somebody or something. And you know what? He's safe in there. And the thing is out here.
何があった？
I could hear muttering through the door. Someone was in there, pacing the room and talking to himself.
入れないのか。
I wondered if I should investigate. Then again, maybe not.
調べたいな。
The door had been locked. He wasn't letting anybody in.
ダメか。入れないんか。
Nico?
Yes, George?
進展なし。何かはあるはずなんだが。
I couldn't hear anything.
誰もいないようだ。
Nope, not that way. The door had no remarkable features.
開かない。
Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
開かないぞ、ニコ。ここはここも
The
開かない
door
の
had been locked. He
ダメか。
wasn't letting anybody in.
開くとこないのか。こっちか。ここなら開くか。開いた。なんだなんだ。
The support strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling.
挟まってい
It
る。
was holding up the
机も
floor of the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room
お
above.
これをなんとか
I
したら
guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above.
金庫取れるか落ちるか何かしら。
The strut wouldn't budge. The friction from the floor was too great. It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous.
フューズボックスか。
It looked like a couple of the fuses had blown. There was only one fuse remaining.
その棒をなんとかしたいね。開かね
Maybe from the other side?
え。
A very old ladder. Judging by the woodworm, a very dangerous one too. Trying to use that thing would be suicidal.
はしごは使えねえのか。これか。
It still wouldn't move. The friction from the floor was too great. I needed some sort of lubrication.
潤滑油、潤滑油ね。
The grease paint was too old and hard to work into the gap. If only I had a liquid lubricant.
溶かすか。何かしらしなきゃダメか。紙コップ。栓抜き。これは何？水がいるのか？コップと動乱。
It still wouldn't move. The friction from the floor was too great. I needed some sort of lubrication.
水が入ってないでっか。
The grease paint was too old and hard to work into the gap.
ダメ
If
か。
only I had a liquid lubricant.
液体にしないとダメか。何か水を探してこなきゃダメかな。溶かすものあるのか？水道とか。
Either the door was
うわ、開
stuck
かねえ。
or it was just locked.
こっちには何かあるのか。
Oh my god, George! Look at this!
Is that really necessary?
His chest has been just burned away.
I've seen dead bodies before, but this guy's a real award winner.
Ugh.
Ooh, looks like he had chicken for lunch.
Whatever could have caused this, George?
You've never eaten in an English restaurant?
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, not a pathologist. Ugh. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. As I searched his pockets, I could swear he was watching me, but someone else had beaten me to it. All I found was an empty card holder. The body had been badly mutilated.
何もないのか。
He wasn't carrying anything. He'd already been searched by someone
誰
else.
かに先を越された。
It looked like a card reader, but without buttons or a keypad. I wondered why it had been installed.
カードキーがいるのか。
These doors weren't part of the original building. They were obviously intended to keep people out.
開かねえな。カードキーを刺したらそこ
I
が
could
開
see
く
no
か。
way to open the door. I was willing to bet the card reader would open it.
確
All
か
I
に。
had to do was find a card.
カードを探さなきゃなんないのか。いや、その前に何か動乱を溶かす道具を探さねばなるまい。開かないのか。
The door had been locked.
開か
He
ない
wasn't
ね。
letting anybody in.
水か。水を探して。うわー、何もない。どっかにあるはずだな。どこだ？ウォーターサーバーみたいなのあったっけ？行こう。ないかね。 こに水出ないか。うわ、反応ねえ。マジですか。どうしたもんか。
The drawers in the dresser were empty.
そこが一番出そうなんだけど。引かんねえもんな。
Nico?
Yes, George?
お、
I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. The safe was locked.
じゃあもう他に何か探すしかないじゃん。
The drawers in the dresser were empty.
引き出しの中に水物はないし。上か。あとウォーターサーバーみたいなのがどっかにあるのか。そう簡単にはいかねえのかよ。上か。ないかどっかに。届けてくれ。それっぽいものはないね。何かないか。舞台、まだおねんね中かお前は。水気を探してないな。何かないのか。劇場だろ。そっちからは帰れないし。何かないかね。何かないかね。お、
There wasn't a reason to try that.
違うのか。これをどうにかすればどうにどうにもな
That
らん
wasn't
な。
such a good idea. Some kind of drinks maker.
自動販売機。
The machine was empty.
ここは
It was
開
locked
か
and
ねえ。
wouldn't open.
これはいけると思ったんだけどな。いけませんね。困った。非常に困ったぞ。参ったな。惜しいとこまで来てると思うんだけどな。動乱を水か何かで溶かして油みたいな感じにして支柱をずらすだと思うんだけどさ。肝心のね、溶かすものがね、火で溶かせばいいのか。これどうよ。
The stage light was hot enough to melt the paint.
よーし。水がダメなら
As the
温めるみ
grease
たい
paint
な。
melted, the smell was terrible. But at least it worked.
オッケー。偶然とはいえ。よしよし、急ごう。結果オーライ。てっきり水かと思ったけど、熱とはな。あれどこだっけ。 し、行くぞ。どれだっけ？これか。うまくいくかな。さあ。さあさあさあさあ。
I hoped the melted grease paint would work as a lubricant.
そんで、押す。せい。いくかな、うまく。
Even with the added grease, I still couldn't shift it on my own.
そうだ。ニコ手伝ってくれよ。
Nico?
Yes, George?
I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe.
そうじゃないんだ。手伝ってくれよ。
I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe.
そうじゃないんだよ。手伝ってほしいんだよ、私は。
Even with the added grease, I still couldn't shift it on my own.
一人じゃ無理だ。
I hoped the grease at the bottom of the strut would help it slide out.
無理なんです
It
よ。
felt good to see Nico again.
そうじゃないんだよ。手伝ってほしいんだよ。近づけて、押す。
Even with the added grease, I
Yeah,
still
so you
couldn't
were
shift it on my own. Hey, Nico, can you give me a hand here for a second?
そっちがいい。
Of course, George. What do you want me to do?
Help me pull this strut away from the ceiling.
That's pretty dangerous, George.
Just trust me, okay?
Very well.
よしよし。せい。危ないけど、もうちょいだ。危な。そして危な。なんか出たぞ。よしよし。
Oh, God!
That's one way to crack a safe.
You didn't say you were trying to crack my skull, too.
Just the usual slight miscalculation. You know me, Nico.
You wouldn't be you without it.
いつもなんだ。よーし。何か入ってないか。
Nico seemed to be upset that I'd nearly killed her. Ah, but heck, look on the bright side. The safe had sprung open when it hit the floor. There were two things inside, a key card and some kind of amazing artifact. It had been hewn from stone. Strange crystals were embedded within it. My God! Nico, look at this!
何？
What is it?
Whatever it is, Cesaro must think it's important.
よし、お宝ゲットだぜ。
There was nothing left inside the safe.
それでは今回はここまで。次回はこの続きからやっていきたいと思います。したっけ？またねー。進みそうだ。